Good evening, my gorgeous souls. How are we all doing this evening? I hope you are well. So don't be shy, say hello as you come in. We're going to give it 2 or 3 minutes to give the people a chance to get in. Let me know where in the world you're joining from this evening, if you are new to my world. Hello, Martina. It is a wet and blustery one here this evening, so it is. Hello, Carol. How are you this evening? Hello, Aideen. You can't seem to hear. Can everyone else let me know if you can see and hear me okay, if that's all right? Hello in North Cork. Hello in Edinburgh. Wow, I'd love to go to Edinburgh. Hello, Una. How are you? Join in, Peter, as well. Trisha, you're my neighbour, practically. Hello from New York City. Oh my God, wow. Yes, can hear and see. Yes, can hear and see. Yes, can hear and see. So whoever it was that was saying they can't hear and see, maybe it's your own phone or connection. So maybe pop back out and come back in again. So hello, Berna. Martina, you're in Mayo. So again, we'll give a few minutes for people to come in. We'll say hello. You can start letting me know what it is that brought you here this evening. If you're new to my world, if you know me, you've been following me along. Then we're going to give a little rundown of what is going to be going on for the evening. Don't worry, I'm not going to keep you all evening. It'll be done and dusted definitely before 8:30. Yes, you can hear. Okay, Ash Dees 86. Hello, how are you? Hello, sometime Mayo. So we have a few people in Mayo this evening. So thank you all for joining me and taking the time out of your Sunday. As it is wet and blustery out there, it's a nice thing to do for the evening. Today is the 11th of the 1st of 2026, so it's a powerful day. This is why I picked this day. Hello in Monaghan, hello in Donegal. Hello in Dublin, you can see and hear me okay, brilliant. So if everyone's okay to give it to 30, 34 or 35, that would be wonderful. As I said, in the meantime, you can let me know where you're joining from, if you're new to my world or if you've been following me a long time, and what it is you'd like to get from this evening. So setting your intention. I have been tuning into the energy before we came in. When we get going, you can hear now, switch your phone off, it was you. That's no problem. So when we get going, I'm going to do just a little cleanse for us. Then we're going to set the intention. We're going to get into the content. We'll keep questions towards the end if possible. And then I'm going to be telling you about my new program that I'm launching, which is Linda's Love and Light Circle, which embodies all three things that I teach, which is life coaching, manifestation coaching, and obviously I am intuitive and psychic healer as well. Hello, Angie in West Cork. We have 37 people on. This is fabulous. Okay, so start dropping into the chat box. Let me know what it is that you would like to manifest in 2026, or what it is that you would like to set an intention in 2026 that you'd like to bring into your life. Have you heard of the concept of manifesting before, or are you new to it? Hello in Canada. Wow, Heather, thank you for being here. Aideen wants a new home. Career, money and love. Very good. Hello, Declan. How are you this evening? Hello, Anthony. Financial security. Una, to find my place with work. Brilliant. So everything that you hear me talking about, I have actually done myself, okay, in relation to manifesting, I suppose, the finances, manifesting jobs, manifesting friendships, career, this business, manifesting my partner, which is the lovely Robin Chedji that is helping me out for this evening. He helps me with work behind the scenes, and I'm very grateful to have him. Sinead, you want to manifest love, travel, and finance. Brilliant. Okay. Okay, so we're at 25 too. So anyone that's kind of jumps in, feel free to say hello. Okay. So what I'm going to ask everyone to do, just quickly, momentarily, if that's okay, I'm going to ask you to place a hand on your heart, whichever left or right hand, place it here. Okay. I'm going to ask you to really, really ground into the energy. Okay. When we all have this, I suppose when we are all here together collectively, we can manifest at a higher level. Okay. And I'm going to light a little Palo Santo, and I'm going to get you as if you're literally breathing it in, the same as I am, okay? Taking a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. So again, I picked this day specifically. It is the 11th portal. It is a high manifestation portal, okay? So leaving behind this evening as well as what's no longer serving you so that you can bring in the new, okay? So don't be shy. Do engage. Let us know what it is that you want. So financial freedom, health, career. Hello, Patricia, in Dublin, Ireland. Okay. So what we're going to be doing this evening is we're going to be talking about manifestation. So what is manifestation and how we can use it to bring what it is that we want into our lives. Everything, as I said, that you hear me talking about, I have physically done myself. Okay. So we're going to go through what it is. Then towards the end, we'll keep questions towards the end, if possible. Okay, so maybe keep a notepad and pen of any questions that you'd like to ask. And then, of course, I'm going to be telling you about my new program that I am putting together. It is called Linda's Love and Light Circle. This is something that I got an intuitive download from Spirit from. I do feel that it embodies all the things that I teach from life coaching. I'm a certified life coach. I've been coaching people for 5 years. I've been doing manifesting coaching, and obviously I do psychic readings for people all over the world. So it is embodying those 3 things. Okay. You want to move out of your parents' house with your teenager. Fabulous. Okay. So when you think about manifesting, what is manifesting? To me, I like to explain things really, really simply. Think of when we were children, we were going around using our imagination, pretending we were whatever, cowboys, robbers, fairies, princesses, whatever the case may be. It is literally using the power of your mind to visualize what it is that you want, okay? So why is this so important? So a lot of people think this is like woo-woo and this does not work. It absolutely 100% does work. There's science to back it. The reason that it's important is as humans, we operate with 95% of the subconscious mind and only 5% of our subconscious mind, or conscious mind, sorry. So our mind literally does not know the difference of what is real and what isn't real. So if you hear people saying, oh, I have no luck, nothing good happens to me, I never get what it is that I want. Your subconscious mind is listening to every word that comes out of your mouth and every internal word that you speak to yourself. Okay, so think of that. Your subconscious mind is listening to every word that you speak out loud and that you internally say. So it doesn't know the difference of what is real. So if you continuously tell yourself that you're not lucky, that you can't get anything, that nothing good happens to you, that you're not going to meet anyone, you're not going to get the job you want, then you're literally propelling forward more of what it is that you don't want. You're manifesting the opposite of what it is that you want. This is why mindset is so important when it comes to manifestation, which is hence why I want to do this Linda's Love and Light Circle. Hello, Tara, my darling. So, set an intention. Okay. So if you're new to manifesting, you can pick, of course, 2 or 3 things. You can pick 10 things. But if you're new to manifesting and you don't want it to overwhelm you, I would stick between 1 and 3 things, okay, that you want to manifest, that you want to bring into your life. Okay. So type into the chat box, I'm open and ready to receiving. Okay, so type into the chat box, I'm open and ready to receiving. So when we want to manifest something, the first thing that we need to do is get really, really clear on what it is that we want. Okay, so again, as an example, if you want your finances to improve, if you want better financial freedom, then you need to get really clear with the amount of money that it is that you want. How many of us would say, oh, I want to win the lotto? Great. I've won the lotto several times. I've won €2, I've won €10, I've won €20. You have to tell the universe exactly what it is that you want. Let's say you want to manifest love, that you want to meet somebody. When I wanted to manifest somebody who is literally on the call, I got a piece of paper. I wrote down exactly who I wanted to meet, down to the T, of what they would look like, the whole page, a page this length I wrote of who I wanted to meet. And I put it out to the universe. And that literally person I met under a year and a half later was the exact same person down to the T. Okay, you're ready and open to receiving. Fabulous. Okay. So let me know that you're following me, okay, that you can understand. As I said, we'll go through the content. There's going to be plenty of time for questions that anyone has. Okay, so clarity, getting really, really clear on what it is that you want. So let's say, for an example, when I wanted to grow this business, you could have a business, right? But I could end up working 15, 16, 17-hour days, but that's not what I want. Okay. I want a business that gives me time freedom where I can work 5 or 6 or 7 hours a day or whatever it is that I choose. You would like to manifest your own home and partner. I'm open and ready for this evening. Hello, the shivers. How are you, my darling? So drop into the chat box. Let me know that you are following me. Give me a thumbs up. So have you your notepad and pen and paper? Have you picked your between 1 and 3 things that you want to focus on? Holly, yes, thumbs up. Yvonne, yes, thumbs up. Aoife here, ready to receive. Fabulous. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel as well if you haven't already. I will be doing a lot more work over on YouTube here in 2026. Thumbs up. Yep, thumbs up. Fabulous. Okay. So again, spelling out to the universe exactly what it is that you want. So for another example, say you want to manifest a house. So where do you want this house to be? Is it going to be in the countryside? Is it going to be in a town? Is it going to be a bungalow? Is it going to be 2-story? How many bedrooms do you want? Is it going to have 4 bedrooms? Is it going to have 2? Maybe you want to have a business from your home. Maybe you want to have an office from your home. You see where I'm going deeper and deeper each time. So again, when I'm visualizing something, I go deep with it, down to the T. Okay. So Sinead, Anthony, great. Okay. So we've got the clarity. Okay. We've spelled out to the universe what it is that we want. Okay. Now, there's a couple of different things. They're all key, right? But there's a couple of different things. The next thing is that you must trust and believe that it is possible for you. Okay. You must trust and believe it is possible for you. When I do TikTok lives for psychic readings, or I do psychic readings for people in one-to-one, and I give them predictions as to what's going to happen in their life, I always say to them, I can give you the predictions, but you have to believe that it's possible for you. So if you don't truly believe that it's possible for you, then the chance of that happening, it could still happen. Yes, of course, it could still happen. But we want to make it easier for us to happen, right? That is, again, where I always come back to the mindset. We have to do the mindset work. So you've got clear, you need to trust, and then you need to take aligned action. The amount of people that I speak to who want to meet love, who want to meet that partner, but don't physically do anything to go outside their front door to meet somebody. I literally say, they're not going to knock on the front door. Here I am. You have to take aligned action. You have to take action towards your dreams. What does aligned mean? It means when it feels right, when it feels like the right thing to do for you. Okay. And it should be slightly outside of your comfort zone as well. Okay. So let me know that you're following me okay. Let me know that you understand. If you need me to repeat anything. So it doesn't take long really to go through the content. And then, as I said, we'll have plenty of time for anyone and everyone to ask questions that wants to ask. Okay. So the next thing is feeling the feelings. This is something that took me so long to sink into this brain of mine when it comes to manifestation. Okay. Is to feel the feelings. So what I do is when I want to feel the feelings again is a little exercise that I got us to do when we started. You place in your hand on your heart, okay? Closing your eyes and think of something like, think of your happiest day. Let's say, I don't know, when you got married or when you had children, or think of your favorite childhood memory and think of all those feelings that comes in. So see it, feel it, think it, believe it. So see it, feel it, think it, believe it. This is assuming, this is the law assumption, assuming that what you want, you already have it. And I always say, when it comes to manifesting, you nearly need to be delusional because other people will think you are delusional. If I told people the things that I wanted to manifest, they would think that I am bonkers, but I have manifested those things. So see it, feel it, think it, believe it. So write those 4 things down. So what I want to do when I want to manifest something, again, I close my eyes, I smile, I picture me already having it, happy, laughing, whether it's I'm in the house, whether I'm in the job, whether I'm on my holiday, whether I'm holding hands with my partner, whatever the case may be. Denise is ready to receive. You're open and ready to receive. Patricia, Mary, you're open and ready to receive. Following and understood. Fabulous. Okay. So focus and awareness. So something I've realized over the last couple of years of doing my own work and things that I desperately want to manifest it, I don't mind telling you that some of them were driven by ego. And I'm not saying that you can't manifest driven by ego, but as an example, I suppose someone that I know in my circle, wanted to achieve something and I've seen that it was coming from a place of ego. Again, not that there's anything wrong with this, but this person manifested what it is that they wanted. And then when they manifested what they wanted and they were there, they realized that they didn't want it. It didn't really feel in alignment with what they want. So sometimes we can be manifesting from ego. We can be manifesting because we're trying to keep up with the Joneses, or we're thinking that, oh, well, my friend, she has a BMW, or this person has this big house. Again, not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but coming back to what is in alignment with you and your life and not worrying about what anyone else has in their life. Okay. Thank you for all love, whoever's given it to me. Okay. Right. Okay, so let's touch back over that. So we have set in the intentions, okay? We're getting clear on what it is that we want. Hello, Saoirse. Okay, spell it out to the universe. What do you want? I want to. I want to this. I want to this. Okay. So spelling it out to the universe. Okay. Feeling the feelings. Believing in that it's possible for you, trusting that it's possible. The focus on awareness, and then detaching and letting go. Probably the hardest thing that took me to realize. Detach. So you've put out to the universe what it is that you want, and then you're detaching. I suppose, the last thing is you've taken the action. You're taking the aligned action. So detaching. So we're not concerned how. We're not concerned how the universe is going to bring it to us. All we're concerned is that it's going to get to us. Okay? So leave the how to the universe. Detach from the outcome, trust and believe that it is possible. So if you're manifesting, I manifest in two ways. I manifest by writing and I manifest by visualizing. I have literally visualized something one day in winning a competition that was worth a couple of $1,000, if I remember. And there was about 100 people in the Facebook group that I was in that all were wanting to obviously win this thing as well. I went out for a walk one day and I said to myself, oh, yes, the competition is today. And I said, you know what? I really want to win that. But if there's somebody in the group who needs it more than I do, well, then let them have it. And 3 hours later, I found that I had won it. So I love doing it in my imagination. But if you are doing it by writing and you're setting your intention, go then get your piece of paper, get your candle or burn it in the fire and put it out to the universe that it's on its way to you. Okay? Showing gratitude for already what it is that you have in your life every day, whether it's one simple thing. I was thinking of that this morning as I was lying in bed. It was cold out, it was rainy out, how grateful I was to be warm and cozy in bed, which some people don't have. So having gratitude and patience. So patience with your manifestations, because sometimes stuff comes like that and other times it requires patience. Patience needs to be your best friend. So those are the main key things when it comes to manifestation. Okay. So now we're going to start. Anyone who has any questions, start popping in your questions. And then I'm going to be telling you about my new Facebook group, which I am launching. Okay. This is a download I got from Spirit a couple of months ago. And I suppose I was putting off doing anything with it. And it is the power of three. The three things that I embody with work, which is life coaching, manifestation coaching, and then intuitive guidance. And if you need me to repeat anything or go back over anything, do let me know. And just as I looked at the clock, it was 22:22. When manifesting, should we say I want or write like we already have it? Yvonne, you can do both, right? I have done both. What I would say to you is I've noticed from myself over the years, do what feels more natural for you. Okay. So do what feels more natural for you. And what I did actually as well for a long time is I did both every second sentence, Yvonne. So I did one sentence as if I already had it. And then I did the next sentence like I wanted it. Or what you can do is you can do one sentence of something that you already have. Okay. And then do the next one of the thing that you want. So let's say I could say, I am so happy and grateful now that I have my own business and I work for myself. So that is true. And then I could do the next one. I am so happy, or sorry, that's an affirmation. So I could do the next one saying, I want to own my own house in Spain, which is what I want to manifest. So you can do two things. Can it be used for helping someone overcome anxiety and anxious attachment? Yes, of course it can. Yeah. So you could literally sit and picture this person being lighter in the heart, okay? Being lighter in the heart, being happier, being healthier. You can manifest better mental health. I did. Missed the four things you said. So see it, feel it, think it, believe it. See it, feel it, think it, believe it. Close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, take a deep breath in for yourself, okay? So when I manifested my partner, I didn't manifest on looks. Well, I did and I did. What I did is I literally said, okay, this person's going to be over 6'1". They're going to have blue eyes. They're going to have whatever. You can still do it without having to know what the person looks like. What is important is, which we don't think about, what is important when you want to manifest the partner is, rather than being concerned about, I suppose, the things of what the person looks like, I feel it's more important to be concerned about the values and the beliefs. So the values and the beliefs of the person that you are bringing into your life is really, really important. And that's not something I definitely would have thought about in my 20s. So thinking about this person, how is this person going to fall in alignment with what it is that you want for the rest of your life? How do you want to be treated by this person? Yeah. So this is what I did in 2013, in February or March of 2000. Actually, no, I think it was May 2013. It was May 2013. And then I met Robin in April of 2014. Robin, who's on the call and helping me. Do you need to say thank you to the universe when manifesting? Yes. I mean, it's a general thing to do anyways. Okay. Do I do it every time? No. Do I forget to do the gratitude? Yes, absolutely. Mary, you're welcome. How often would you do the manifesting? I haven't done any daily manifesting in a while, because one of the biggest things that I wanted to manifest, obviously, in 2025 was me working full time in my business, and I have done that. So now I need to myself sort of sit down and figure out what it is that I want to manifest in 2026. But certainly when I wanted to manifest working full time in my own business, I was doing it on a daily basis, several times a day. I don't mean necessarily sitting down. I mean, when I was in my day job, I was constantly up here. I'd be constantly up here. And I do this the same thing. I know everyone thinks this is nuts. I literally say, I am Linda Flynn. I am a multimillionaire. I help millions of people all over the world. I work full time in my job, helping people through courses, through content. I do this over and over and over and over and over again in my head. So, how is everyone doing? Are you taking notes? Have you picked your 1 to 3 things? Do I get good feelings that I know what's going to happen? I suppose there's technically not. Yes and no. I believe it's going to happen. I suppose I get very clear on believing that it's going to happen, because that's what's going to keep me going when I feel like giving up. The gut feeling of knowing that something's going to happen is more of me being in alignment with something, more of a feeling that it's right, that it's the right thing to do, if that makes sense. Declan, the replay will be here. It'll be on my YouTube channel, which is in the live section. And please do make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. Can one manifest a complete life change, give a better purpose? Absolutely, 100%. I have done that. Yes, you've taken notes. Brilliant. Let's loads of note taken. Brilliant. Okay, thank you. Fabulous. That's a lots of note taken. All very good. Okay. Denise, okay. I followed everything and feel good. Okay. So honestly, 100% with me, I don't know. I know there's some of you on that are a while following me, and I'm sure there's some on that isn't following me. I recognize some of the names and not the others. Every single, what you see with me is what you get. And every single thing that I'm talking about, I have done and embodied. Okay. So I know it's possible. I know it's possible. So who is on that is new to my world? Please keep the questions coming in if you have questions. We still have time. I'm going to do more questions. If you have questions, feel free to ask me to repeat anything if you want to ask me. Dexter, you are new. Lovely. Where are you joining me from? And then, as I said, I'm going to spend a couple of minutes telling you about my new Facebook group, which is going to be launching and starting on the 19th of January. And that embodies the 3 things that I teach, the 3 things that I work on, which is number 1, life coaching. Okay. Number 2, manifestation coaching. And then obviously I am an intuitive and psychic as well as a medium. And I've seen over the last 5 years of my work how these 3 things all complement each other. It doesn't matter who you listen to in life, everything that we want to achieve, 95% or whatever of that percentage is all down to mindset. Okay. So we want, for what I see people is they want to do something, they want to change something. But quite honestly, a lot of people aren't willing to put into the work into what it is that they want. Can I take years for manifestation to work? No, absolutely not. I told you I manifested something in one day. It depends on what you want to manifest, of course. I wanted to manifest a business, and I wasn't going to manifest having a successful business in one day. So again, it depends on what you want to manifest. Found your Instagram only a few weeks ago, just when I needed you. I fail. We'll definitely sign up for the psychic reading very soon. Okay. So Emma, you know what to say. There is no such thing as coincidence. Can everyone successfully manifest? Yes. Oh, thank you for actually saying that. One thing that I forgot to ask, and I should have put it in here, is fear. Okay. When we attach fear to what it is that we want, okay, so let's say fear of not meeting someone, fear of being left on the shelf, or fear of never having somebody. When we go too far in, there's a fine line between manifesting and then being kind of obsessive about it and letting fear in. Of course, you can still manifest when you're fear. I have manifested when I have anxiety, when I'm feeling like crap. But obviously, we don't want to be in a place of fear. It's certainly not on a long scale time, okay? Mary, you've been following me for a good while. Yes, I know the theory about find it hard to start. You just got to start, Mary. You just got to start. Yes, Emma. Yeah. So, Anthony, I don't quite honestly think there is a best way. What I've realized, and I will give you some examples still, don't worry. What I have realized is it's what I suppose feels more natural too. Do you remember I was saying I like to write, but I like to visualize. So I know the visualizing is more fun for me because I like to be in my imagination. I remember when I started, 2 years into starting my business, and I had come up with this figure of what I wanted to earn in my business. And I kid you not, I spent 6 months writing down, and I've literally just looked at the clock again, and it's 3333. I spent 6 months in my journal writing down, I want to earn 10,000 euros every month in my business. I want to earn 10,000 euros every month in my business. And I'm not exaggerating you. I did this for 6 months every day, and I would do it 20 or 30 times a day on a sheet over and over and over and over again. That's what they call robotic affirmations manifestation. Okay. When I went back a couple of months later and I looked over that, I realized that what I was doing was I had attached fear to this, and I hadn't attached the feeling. I had attached fear and I hadn't attached the feeling. I hadn't attached see it, feel it, think it, believe it. Okay. Do you think we should be listening to high frequency music? Absolutely. It definitely 100% helps. I love high frequency music. I have made a high frequency playlist on YouTube, which is called Linda's Love and Light Circle, or on Spotify, sorry, which I listen to, which I love. Does that help, Anthony? So So I'm going to perfect, thank you. So I'm going to start telling you a little bit again about my Facebook group, okay? And I'll still answer any questions while we're chatting over and back. So as I said, the reason that I wanted to do this is I can see the gap, okay? I can see the gap of whether I do psychic readings for people or whether I life coach people or manifestation coach. And obviously there's only so much amount of hours in our day, and my calendar is usually booked up with all of these things. So this, I suppose, in one way gets me to work with more people, to bring more people on, okay? So within the Facebook group, things that are going to be happening, which is literally like, so on, let's say, it's starting on the 19th of January. It's going to be €10 for the first month and €50 a month after that, which is basically €10 a week. So the first month is a tenner. So let's theoretically say we start on the 19th, and on the 21st, whatever day that is, we will do, let's say, a life coaching session where I will talk about mindset or confidence or anxiety or overwhelm. And then the following week will be like manifestation coaching. It could be live questions. It could be, whether it's life coaching or manifestation coaching, maybe one week I'll actually bring someone on the live and we'll do a session together while everyone else is looking. There'll obviously be intuitive and psychic guidance. There'll be meditations. There'll be healings. There'll be interaction. You'll be coming into the group. You'll be introducing yourself. And it's an accountability. And what I have noticed, as I said as well, with anyone who comes to me for life coaching, they have tried to make the change themselves. They've tried to change their lives, and they just can't do it on their own. That's where the accountability comes of the group. The accountability of me and the group showing up every week, and the accountability of others. Okay. When you write all you want to manifest, should you burn it? Yes. Great. We'll definitely look it up. What is XP? I don't know what that is. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions about Linda's Love and Light Circle. Let me know if this is something that it interests you. Let me know if you have any questions, or let me know if you've heard of this concept. As far as I know, I mean, I don't know everyone in the world, of course I don't, but I haven't seen anyone else doing a group like this that embodies all those three things. So for anyone that doesn't know me, I started off my business life coaching. I'm a certified life coach since 2020. Okay. And it is through my own inner work and my manifestation work and my own healing that all, I suppose, the intuitive and the psychic stuff that came. For anyone that doesn't know, that's what I do as well. So an email will go out after this session with some more details about it. As I said, the first month is €10, and then it will go to 50 after that, which averages out €10 a week, which is a sandwich and a cup of coffee, more or less. So let me know if you have any more questions about manifestation, or if you have any questions about the Linda's Love and Light Circle. Do you have to do a set amount of months? No, Anthony, you can cancel whenever you want, my darling. Is it better to manifest when the full moon? The full moon is more heightened. Yes, absolutely, but you can manifest every day. So I should have thought to mention that, Una. So when you join, you can cancel at any stage. Okay, when you join, but you cancel at any stage. What I would say to you is, quite honestly, and I know from I don't mean from my group, I know from signing up for other people's things before, at least give it 3 months. Okay. And if it's not for you, or you can't afford it, or you don't want to, cool. But give it 3 months. You know yourself, when we're trying to build a habit, and that's not me saying it from a selling point of view, it's not. It's from a practical point of view. You know the way they say it takes 21 days? Everything is forming a habit, right? Everything is habit forming. So even with myself, I always say to people like steady progress, the small daily habits that you thought. I, okay, for definite doubted myself thinking that I was going to be here working full time, doing this, helping hundreds of people all over the world through various different platforms, right? Um, but I showed up consistently every day, even when I didn't feel like it. So if you're going to join, at least tell yourself that you're going to do it for 3 months, because with anything, with exercising, with running, with getting fit, anything, you have to give it a certain amount of time before you will start to not necessarily see results, but see results is one thing, but feel differently. Does that make sense? What time is it on it? It'll um Okay. Okay. So I'll answer a couple more questions on it. So it's not on Zoom. It'll be a closed Facebook group, right? It'll be a closed Facebook group where I'll be coming on live every week. It could be anything from 40 minutes to an hour. It'll be a different thing every week. So let's say, as I said, for example, let's say the first week it could be life coaching, it could be mindset, getting over anxiety, depression. The next week it could be manifestation coaching. You know what? I might intuitively decide that I'm going to bring Anthony on for a session and do a live session with him. Whoever goes in and pays for is obviously the only people that are in it, and you'll have all the content. So outside of that, I'll be doing things like, let's say, full moon rituals. I'll pop in things like affirmations. It'll pop in things like, okay, how are we doing today? What is happening in your world? It's just, it's really, it's more hands-on than what I can do, let's say, on a normal YouTube or TikTok live video. Okay. So it's not Zoom, it'll be a closed Facebook group. So if you go to the website, you sign up, as I said, okay, it'll be €10 for the first month, 50 after, then you will get access into the closed Facebook group. And that's where it'll all be happening. Um, so there'll be all recordings in there. What time would the Facebook group be on? I'll mix it up to suit everyone. I can do like a day, an afternoon one, and then I will do an evening one. Okay. So what I'll do even is, right, when you sign up and you pay and you get into the Facebook group, if you guys want, this group is for you, right? So if you want, I'll put up a poll as to say sort of what times of the days or whatever suits. I can even do a weekend one, let's say weekend morning one. Obviously, it's not going to suit everyone, but the replays are always going to be there. Okay. So while we're here, I had, seen as I am getting extra questions about it, I'm just going to take 2 seconds to go over this so you can still see me, right? This will be just as I said. So weekly life coaching, themes, practical, monthly deep dive workshops, tools, energetic practices, mindset and manifestation, challenges, accountability, guided meditations, visualization, journal prompts. Okay. A supportive community, obviously, question and answers thread. As I said, I might do hot seats. Okay. So what you get inside, feel clear, more grounded, strengthen your confidence, intuitive, build supportive habits, learn what's holding you back, feel supported by other people. That's just a kind of a synopsis. So again, Robin has put in the discount code, which is Linda's Love and Light Healing Circle. And then once you pop it in, you go to the checkout. Sounds great. Okay. Any, I suppose, other questions? And by the way, guys, this is just, I suppose, this is an all intuitive, everything I do is all intuitively done. If there's anything a topic that you want, or something that you would like to add me to add in, I take all that on board as well. Okay. So you will, at the very, very minimum, be seeing me for 1 hour per week. Or, you know what, we may decide that we want to do 2 30-minute sessions. As I said, I'm very, very open to feedback. This is my first time doing this on this scale. As I said, I'm practically booked up on my one-to-one work and my business. So this is just a way of me supporting more people, and I'm trying to obviously keep it as affordable as I can for everyone. Sounds great. Thanks, Linda. Thanks. This sounds great. Brilliant. Okay. So it's the accountability. It's the accountability of known. So I was saying to my partner Robin and a few other people, I've signed up to new fitness classes that I've been going to. I was going to this other one, but this new lady that I go to, it's literally 5 minutes over the road, and she puts up a WhatsApp every evening saying for you to vote on whether you're going to be at the fitness class the following day. So to me, it's an accountability. I have to vote to say I am going out the door to this fitness class. So this is what this group is. So this is you saying, I'm going to make 2026 my year, and when I want to change, whatever that is, whether it's manifestation, whether you want to change your life, whether you want better mental health, whether you want general physical well-being. That's why this whole thing embodies all of them. So it's the accountability of you saying, I am going to do this. I'm going to make this change. And as I said, honestly, I have not seen any other group where it's embodying the three things. Now, what I will say is it's not going to be a group where somebody can come in and, I suppose, every day ask psychic questions. I might do a live, whatever, for 10 minutes or whatever, where people can ask psychic questions. But I won't be doing psychic questions like I do on my TikTok lives. That's one thing I will say. Okay. So does anyone have any other questions? Who is interested? Who is going to join me? Who is going to be the first person in Linda's Love and Light Circle in 2026? As I said, we start on the 19th of January. Thank you for all the likes as well, my darling, and thank you for taking the time out of your day. I do appreciate it. We're going to wrap it up now in the next minute or two. Carol sounds good. Holly sounds great. Fabulous. So anything Holly numerology is good, okay? So if you think of 2026, what way did they do it again? So 111 is about being in alignment, okay? As same like 2222 is like 2222 as well. See the way I started saying 2222. So 11 is about being in alignment, and those are powerful, I suppose, manifestation days, and they are with astrology. Astrology is something that I want to educate myself in. I'm not going to pretend that I know a lot about it. I don't. So if you think of 2026, right? So if you add up 2026, so 2 and 2 is 4, and 6 and 4 is 10, okay? And then 10 and 1 is 11, and today is the 11th. That's why you'll see a lot of people going in alignment with the ones. So again, most of the stuff that I price on my website, my coaching and all that, I'll do the same numbers like 99, 111, etc. So does anyone else have any questions? And let me know if you enjoyed the session. Let me know if you have any questions, again, about the session or about the Linda's Love and Night. You will look up details later. No problem, Mary, my darling. Thank you again for being here. I'm pretty sure you were to my last one as well, Mary, weren't you? An email as well will go out about the details. That was great. No problem, Tara. Thanks for the session, Emma. You're welcome. Please do subscribe to my YouTube as well, my darlings, if you haven't already done so. Martina, thanks. Happy New Year. So, Audrey, that's what they do. So today is the 11th. So if you think of the number 1 and yesterday was the 10th. It was great. Thanks, Linda. We'll look it up tomorrow. Thanks very much. Enjoyed it. Thank you. No problem. Thank you, Linda. That was great. No problem, my darlings. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. Elaine, you're welcome. I hope you all have a lovely evening. Thank you so much to my lovely partner, Robin, for helping me. You are welcome. You've lost sound, so signing off. No problem. Carol, you're welcome. You looked at the clock and it says 2020. Lovely, Anthony. That's a nice way of rounding it off, Anthony. Thank you. So, my darlings, we will leave it at that. As I said, if there's anything else that you want to ask me about the group, feel free to reach out to me. Yvonne, you are welcome, my darling. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening. Again, give a subscribe here if you haven't already. I'll be doing more work over here this year as well. Sending you lots of love and healing, and I will talk to you all soon, and take care. Bye-bye.